Be me, 22 years old, working at this random electronics repair shop. Not like Best Buy corporate hell, more like guy who owns it definitely has tax problems vibes. Small crew, maybe 8 people total. We fix phones, laptops, the occasional vintage game console for hipsters. Job's easy, pays decent, coworkers are unhinged in the best way. Everyone knows everyone's business. Like, I know my manager's divorce timeline better than my own family history. Boundaries? Never heard of her. Anyway, there's this girl. Her name's Morgana. Yes, really. Apparently her parents were into Arthurian legend or something. She is 28, works the front counter, and handles inventory. Gothic AF. We're talking jet black hair, always perfectly messy. Wears these dark lipstick colors that change weekly. Purple one week, black the next. Once showed up with this deep green that made her look like a hot witch. Pale skin, dark eye makeup, silver jewelry everywhere. Usually in band shirts for groups I've never heard of, but pretend to know. Doc Martens, that could kick through a wall. Absolutely devastating. She's also terminally online, like concerningly so. Makes references I only half understand. Calls herself brain rot pilled or a doom scroller. She's got this energy where you can't tell if she's flirting or just weird. Probably both TBH. First time we really talked was during a slow Tuesday. I was restocking some phone cases. She was at the counter scrolling her phone. Hey, Anon. Oh God, she's talking to me. You ever think about how phone repair is basically surgery, but society doesn't respect us? We save lives, digital lives, someone's entire photo library of their dead grandma. She says this completely straight-faced. We're heroes, Anon. Unsung heroes. I just nod because what else do you do? Anyway, what's your type? Excuse me. She doesn't even look up from her phone. Physically, in women, or men, or whatever you're into, no judgment zone here. My brain is buffering. Let me guess. You're a thigh guy. How? I can always tell. It's a gift. She finally looks up and grins. Teeth are perfect, but she's got this sharp canine thing going on. Like a vampire, but probably just genetics. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me, thigh guy. She goes back to her phone like nothing happened. I stand there holding phone cases like an idiot for another 30 seconds. This becomes our thing. Every shift together, she says something completely unhinged. Anon, do you think pigeons have feelings? Anon, I calculated that I have spent 47 days of my life looking at my phone's lock screen. Anon, if you had to fight one coworker to the death, who and why? Always delivered deadpan. Always while doing something mundane like sorting receipts. I start looking forward to shifts with her. Bad sign. Very bad sign. Christmas approaches. Our shop does Secret Santa because the owner thinks it builds team morale. Really, he just likes watching people scramble to buy gifts. $30 limit. I draw Morgana. Of course I do. The universe is a comedian and I'm the punchline. What do you even get a gothic alt girl? Incense? Too basic. Band merch? I don't know her taste well enough. Something from the mall feels like a trap. I spiral for 2 weeks. Meanwhile, she's being extra weird. Catches me looking at her once and does this slow smile. See something you like, thigh guy? I absolutely do not recover from this. Pretend I was looking at the poster behind her. It's a poster about our return policy. She knows I'm lying. She definitely knows. Christmas party happens at this bar down the street. Owner springs for appetizers and 2 drink tickets each. Very generous by his standards. We're all there, slightly tipsy, exchanging gifts. I hand Morgana this bag. Spent way too long on the tissue paper. She opens it. It's this vintage tarot deck I found at an antique shop. Real old, slightly worn, has that aged paper smell. She stares at it, doesn't say anything for a long moment. Oh God, did I mess up? Is she mad? Does she hate tarot? Maybe she's more of an astrology person. Anon. She looks up at me. Her eyes are doing something I can't read. This is actually really thoughtful. She sounds almost surprised. I love it. Like, genuinely, relief floods through me. I may have asked around about what you're into. I did not. I completely guessed. I will never admit this. Well, whoever you asked has good intel. She carefully puts the deck in her bag. Anyway, I also drew your name. Wait, what? She hands me this black gift bag. Of course it's black. I open it, and there's a mug inside. Plain white mug. Seems normal. There's a catch, though. I look at her. It's one of those mugs that changes with heat. You have to use hot water to see the full design. Okay. Mysterious, but fine. Also, don't look at it here. Wait until you're home. Her cheeks are slightly pink. Is she embarrassed? Goth girls can get embarrassed. This feels important somehow. Okay? Just trust me. It's better as a private experience. The way she says that. And don't tell anyone else what it is. Oh, God. What did she get me? The rest of the party, I'm vibrating. Can't focus on anything. People are talking to me, and I'm just nodding. All I can think about is this mug. Finally get home around midnight. Roommates asleep, I have the kitchen to myself. I boil water, pour it in the mug, watch the white surface start to change. An image appears. It's her. Well, part of her. It's her hands, doing this specific gesture. You know the one, where you make a circle with your thumb and finger and poke through it with your other hand. The universal sign for making babies. And she's wearing these black nail polish and silver rings I recognize. Underneath the gesture, text appears as the mug heats more. I'm pregnant, JK, unless... I choke on nothing. What? I stare at this mug, her hands, that gesture, that text. Is this a joke? It has to be a joke. The JK is right there. But also, unless? Unless what? We haven't even done anything. My brain is experiencing a fatal error. I text her immediately. What the actual heck, Morgana? 3 dots appear, disappear, appear again. Did you like it? Smiley face. She sends a smiley face. Morgana, what does this mean? It means whatever you want it to mean anon. This woman is going to give me an aneurysm. That's not an answer. Sure it is. It's just not the answer you wanted. I stare at my phone, stare at the mug, back at my phone. Are you actually pregnant? Long pause. Lil Mayo, no. I've literally never touched you. Then why would you think I'm pregnant, thigh guy? She's turning this around on me. Because your mug said so. My mug said JK, right there in the text. It also said unless. Unless is a powerful word, anon. It contains multitudes. I want to scream into a pillow. You're insane. Thank you. I don't respond. Just sit there with my mug of lies. The water cools down and her hands disappear. Back to innocent white ceramic. Like nothing happened. Like this mug didn't just destroy my mental stability. Go to bed. Can't sleep. Keep thinking about her hands, the rings, the gesture, the unless. What does she want from me? Show up to work the next day. She's already there, at the counter, scrolling her phone like always. Doesn't even look up when I walk in. Sleep well? How does she know? No. Interesting. She finally glances at me. There's this tiny smile, barely there, infuriating. You seem stressed, Anon. Maybe you need some hot tea. I am not using that mug, but it's such a nice mug. It's a psychological weapon. All gifts are psychological weapons if you think about it. She has a point, but I refuse to acknowledge it. Our manager walks in. Big guy named Doug. Beard, flannel, looks like a lumberjack who got lost and ended up fixing laptops. Morning crew, busy day ahead, holiday returns starting to flood in. Thank God. Something to focus on besides Morgana's unhinged gift. The day is actually slammed. People returning phones they broke on Christmas. Laptops that just stopped working. They spilled eggnog in them. The classic, my kid downloaded something and now there's viruses. No time to think about mugs or pregnancy jokes or gothic women. Almost. Every time I look up, she's there. Helping customers with that fake customer service voice. The one that's slightly too sweet. But sometimes she catches my eye, and the mask slips for a second. And she does this little smirk. I am trying to work Morgana. Shift ends at 6. I'm packing up my stuff when she appears next to me, silent as a cat. Nearly give myself whiplash. Jesus. Just Morgana is fine. How are you so quiet? Doc Martens are actually very silent if you know how to walk. That's terrifying information. You're welcome. She leans against the wall, watching me. So? Did you figure it out yet? Figure what out? The mug, Anon? Keep up. I have absolutely not figured anything out. I have only generated more questions. Is this like a riddle? Am I supposed to solve something? She tilts her head, considering. Let me put it this way. The mug is an invitation. An invitation to what? That's for you to decide. She pushes off the wall. Anyway, I'm heading out. See you Thursday, thigh guy. She walks away. I stand there like a malfunctioning robot. An invitation. What kind of invitation? Go home. Look at the mug again. Don't add hot water this time. Just hold it. A plain white mug with secrets. I Google, what does it mean when a girl gives you a weird mug? Results unhelpful. Reddit suggests she either likes me or is planning to harvest my organs. Not reassuring. Text my friend Marcus about it. Without the full context because I can't explain the mug. This girl at work gave me a weird gift and said it's an invitation. Bro, she wants you. You didn't even hear what the gift was. Doesn't matter. Invitation, eagle, she wants you. It could mean literally anything. It couldn't though. Girls don't give invitations to guys they don't want. Marcus has never been right about anything in his life. But this time, I desperately want him to be right. Thursday arrives. I've been overthinking for 3 days straight. Haven't slept well. Keep looking at the mug. Sometimes with hot water, sometimes without. Her hands appearing and disappearing. That text. I'm pregnant, JK, unless. Maybe I should just ask her directly. Be an adult about this. Communicate like a normal human being. LOL, LMIO even. I walk into work and she's not at the counter. Unusual. Check the back room. She's sitting on one of the repair benches, looking at her phone. But something's different. She looks smaller somehow, less confident. I've never seen her like this. Hey. She looks up, quickly puts on her usual expression, but I caught the before. Hey, thigh guy, ready for another thrilling day of phone screens? Are you okay? The question surprises both of us. She blinks. Why wouldn't I be? You just seemed, I don't know, off. She's quiet for a second, then shrugs. Just tired. Holidays are exhausting. I don't fully believe her, but I don't push. Okay, well, if you need anything, I'll let you know if I need someone to identify thighs in a lineup. There she is, back to normal, or at least back to her version of normal. The day passes. She's more subdued than usual. Still makes weird comments, but they're softer somehow. Less aggressive. During lunch break, I find her in the back, sitting alone, eating a sad-looking sandwich. That sandwich looks like it's given up on life. She snorts. It's from the gas station, depression meal. Rough day, she shrugs. Rough week, rough month, rough year, take your pick. I sit down across from her. Uninvited, but she doesn't tell me to leave. Want to talk about it? Not really. Fair. Want to talk about something else? She considers this. Did you really like the tarot deck? The question seems to matter to her, more than it should maybe. Yeah, I've actually been looking up how to use it. I have not, but I'm going to now. Her face does something complicated. Most people think tarot is BS. Most people think phone repair is just turning it off and on again. Touché. She takes a bite of her depression sandwich. You're not what I expected, Anon. What did you expect? I don't know, someone more simple. I'm extremely simple. I just hide it well. She laughs, real laugh, not her usual sarcastic huff, something warmer. You still haven't figured out the mug, have you? I have theories. Share. Theory 1, you're messing with me because it's funny. Plausible. Theory 2, it's some kind of inside joke I don't understand. Less plausible, but continue. Theory 3, you actually like me and this is your unhinged way of flirting. She stops chewing, holds my gaze. And which theory are you hoping is correct? My heart is doing something dangerous. Probably the third one. Silence. She puts down her sandwich. What if it's all three? All three? What if I'm messing with you because it's funny, and it's an inside joke you don't get yet, and I actually like you, and this is my unhinged way of flirting? My brain needs a moment. That seems complicated. I'm a complicated person, thigh guy. I noticed. She stands up. Walks over to my side of the bench, sits down next to me, close. I can smell her perfume, something dark and sweet, probably called midnight something or gothic whatever. Here's the thing about the mug. She's looking at me directly now. No deflection, no jokes. The pregnancy thing is a joke, obviously, but the unless part, she pauses, The unless part is about the future, like, unless something changes, unless we do something about this weird tension, unless you want more than coworker banter. Oh. So it's an invitation to see where this goes. If you want. My mouth is very dry. I want. Smooth Anon, very articulate. She grins, that sharp canine smile. Good, because I didn't want to have to find another thigh guy. Is that hard? You have no idea. Most guys are leg guys or cake guys. Quality thigh appreciation is rare. I feel special. You should. I don't give personalized mugs to just anyone. She bumps her shoulder against mine. So, what now? Now we go back to work before Doug thinks we're doing something scandalous. Are we not? Not yet. The way she says yet. This woman is going to destroy me, and I'm going to thank her for it. We go back to the floor. Rest of the shift is normal, except it's not, because now there's this current between us. Every time we pass each other, she brushes against my arm. Accidental. Sure, Morgana. Very accidental. Very cool. Shift ends. She catches me at the door. Want to get food? Like, now? No, in 3 weeks. Yes, now. Anon. Okay, yeah, yes, food, eating, I do that. She snorts. Eloquent as always. We end up at this 24-hour diner, the kind with sticky menus and fluorescent lighting. Very unromantic. Somehow perfect. She orders black coffee and waffles. Breakfast for dinner is the only valid meal. It's 7 p.m. Time is a construct, thigh guy. I get a burger because I'm basic. We sit in this booth with cracked vinyl seats, and we just talk, like actually talk. She tells me about her family. Mom's an accountant, dad's a professor. Very normal parents for someone who turned out like this. She gestures at herself. They're supportive, though. Confused, but supportive. I tell her about my situation. Dropped out of college after 2 years. Couldn't figure out what I wanted. Fell into phone repair by accident. Seems like a theme with you. What? Falling into things by accident. She sips her coffee. Maybe this is another accident. This? Us. Here. Whatever this is. I think about it. Nah, I don't think so. No? The mug wasn't an accident. You planned that. She concedes with a nod. Guilty. So, this isn't an accident. This is, intentional. Intentional falling. Is that a thing? It is now. We talk until the diner closes at midnight. They have to kick us out. Standing in the parking lot, breath visible in the cold air. She's wearing this big black coat that makes her look like a Victorian ghost. Adorable. Terrifying. Adorably terrifying. This was nice. Yeah, we should do it again. Yeah, you're back to monosyllables. Yeah, sorry, you make me nervous. Good nervous or bad nervous? Good nervous. Definitely good. She steps closer. I make a lot of people nervous, usually bad nervous. Their loss. She smiles, softer than usual, less sharp. You know, when I made that mug, I almost didn't give it to you. Why not? Because it's a lot. I'm a lot. This, she gestures between us, could be a lot. I like a lot. You say that now. I'll say it later too. She studies me, like she's trying to find the lie. She won't find one. Okay. 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 Let's do this. Whatever this is. Intentional falling. Intentional falling. She kisses me. Brief. Barely there. Her lips are cold from the air and taste like coffee. Then she pulls back. Don't make it weird at work. You literally gave me a mug with a pregnancy joke on it. That's different. How? Because I did it. Impeccable logic. We exchange numbers properly, like we should have done months ago. She texts me when she gets home. Made it alive. No vampires attacked me. Would they attack one of their own? Rude. Accurate, but rude. This is how it starts. Texting every day. Shifts together become something I actually look forward to. She still makes unhinged comments. Anon, do you think fish know they're wet? Anon, I calculated that the average person eats 3 spiders in their sleep per year is a myth, but what if it wasn't? Anon, if we were both cryptids, which ones would we be? But now there's something else underneath. Something warmer. We go on actual dates. She takes me to this goth club once. I am extremely out of place. She thinks it's hilarious. You look like a lost accountant. I'm wearing all black. You're wearing a black polo shirt. There's a difference. I take her to an arcade. She destroys me at every game, even the racing ones. How are you so good at this? Misspent youth. You are 28. Misspent early 20s then. Doug figures it out pretty quickly. We're not subtle. So, you two finally stopped dancing around it? Was it that obvious? She gave you a mug that required hot water to reveal a secret message. Yeah, it was obvious. Fair. Coworkers are supportive. Mostly, there's some teasing. Anon and Morgana sitting in a tree. We're adults, Kevin. Kissing. Kevin, I will end you. Months pass. We settle into a rhythm, work together, eat together, spend most nights at one of our apartments. Hers is exactly what you'd expect. Black furniture, fairy lights, approximately 17 candles at any given time. Posters of bands I'm slowly learning to recognize. A shelf of tarot decks, mine included. You kept it. Of course I kept it. It was thoughtful. She says thoughtful like it's rare, like she's not used to it. I want to be thoughtful for her forever. Okay, that's dramatic, but still. One night we're at her place, watching some horror movie she loves. I'm mostly watching her watch it. She's mouthing along to the dialogue, knows every word, adorable, terrifying, etc. Movie ends. She turns to me. Hey, I need to tell you something. My stomach drops. This is never good. This is the we need to talk of statements. Okay? She takes a breath. So, you know how the mug was a joke? The pregnancy thing? Yeah? Right, about that. No. Wait, what? Morgana. So, I was late, like late, and I took a test. 3 tests, actually. Because I didn't believe the first one or the second one. I am not breathing. And she pulls something out from under the couch cushion. A pregnancy test, with 2 lines. Very clear 2 lines. Surprise! I stare at it, stare at her, back at the test. Those are 2 lines. Yeah, I checked multiple times. But we were careful. Apparently not careful enough. Morgana, I know. Morgana, I know. I'm standing up now, pacing, not in a bad way, just processing. A lot of processing. How long have you known? 3 days? 3 days? I needed time to figure out how to tell you. I couldn't just do another mug. I feel like the mug would have been on brand. I thought about it, but there's no actually pregnant this time, no JK mug available for 2-day shipping. She's trying to joke, but her voice is shaky. She's scared. She's scared, and she's been scared alone for 3 days. I stop pacing, sit back down next to her, take her hands. Hey, we're going to figure this out. Are we? Yes, together. Intentional falling, remember? Her eyes are wet. Goth girls can cry, apparently. Who knew? I'm terrified. Me too. What if I'm a terrible mom? What if I'm a terrible dad? At least our kid will have great music taste and know how to fix phones. She laughs, watery but real. Worst case scenario, Doug can babysit. Doug would teach our kid to use power tools by age 3. Is that bad? Probably. We sit there, holding hands, processing this massive thing together. So, we're doing this? She sounds small again, like she did that day in the back room. We're doing this. You're sure? Morgana, I fell intentionally for you. I'm not falling back out. She kisses me, longer than that first time in the parking lot, warm and real and slightly desperate. I love you. She says it into my shirt, muffled, like she's afraid to say it out loud. I love you too. Even though I gave you a prophetic pregnancy mug, especially because of that. You're a witch and you predicted this. I did not predict this. The mug says otherwise. The mug was a joke. Sure it was, Nostradamus. She hits my arm. I deserve it. Months later, she's showing, still wearing all black. Maternity goth is apparently a thing. She looks beautiful. I tell her constantly. She threatens to hex me. Empty threats, probably. We move in together. Her apartment, because mine has a roommate, and hers has more candles. Doug gives us a baby shower at the shop. Decorations are phone-themed. It's terrible and perfect. Congratulations on your new operating system. the banner says. Kevin made it. Kevin thinks he's funny. Morgana throws cake at him. Justified. Baby arrives in September. Girl. We name her Luna. Because, of course, we do. She has Morgana's dark hair. My confused about everything expression. Perfect combination. First night home is chaos. Neither of us know what we're doing. Luna won't stop crying. Morgana is crying. I might be crying. This is fine. But then, around 3 a.m., Luna finally falls asleep. Morgana passes out on the couch. I'm holding our daughter, looking at her tiny face. And I think about that mug, the one that started all this. I'm pregnant, JK, unless turned out to be everything. I still have the mug. It's in the kitchen cabinet. Sometimes I use it for tea, let the hot water reveal the image. Morgana's hands, that gesture, the text. A reminder of how we got here, through weird gifts and weirder conversations, through intentional falling. Morgana wakes up, groggy, hair everywhere, gorgeous. Is she asleep? Finally? Good. Bring her here. I want to hold her. I bring Luna to the couch, curl up next to Morgana, our daughter between us. Hey, we made a person. We did. That's insane. Extremely. She's going to be so weird. Obviously, look at her parents. Morgana smiles, sleepy and soft. Worth it, though. Yeah. I kiss her forehead. Look at Luna. Look at the life we're building. All because a goth girl gave me a cryptic mug and called me Thigh Guy. Mephi, I met a hot gothic girl and accidentally built a whole life. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, maybe for a mug that predicts lottery numbers. But short of that, nothing.